Yeah, the Sony WF-1000XM5 true wireless earbuds with active noise cancellation and ambient sound and all kinds of other goodies that they've stacked into these things. But you know what? It's almost that time for them to come out with an XM5 true wireless earbud. So let's talk about it, man. These came out in June in 2021. So with Sony's release schedule, it's about every 2 years they come out with a new headphone in the WH series, and then in the earbuds with the WF series. So we're embarking. It's February as the time of this video, or maybe late January is the time of this video. So we got a few more months. So Sony, if you're watching, man, maybe you could take some advice from me. I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but I do use this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay my own money, so give me what I want. And it's all about me. It's not about anybody else out there in the world. Just pay attention to me right now, Sony. All right. So what would I like to see improved on these earbuds? Well, I'll be honest with you. I've released a previous video telling you that the WF-1000XM4 and WH-1000XM5 were the just perfect headphone earbud combination, and I still love these things. I really do. They have been my daily drivers for a very long time, and that's for good reason. It's because they move through your life with you. You just put them in your ear and you don't have to really do much. They just kind of know what you need and they give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Their number one function is playing music. So let's talk about that for a moment. In the form of music quality, they do not disappoint. I will be honest with you and tell you that these are not the best sounding earbuds in the world, but they are high up there on my scale. They sound fantastic, and that's why I choose to listen to them all the time. They drop plenty of bass in your ear holes and nice tingly highs, and you can EQ them inside of the app and get some presets in there, or you can do your own personal thing. But what I would like to get out of them is a much richer, deeper bass. I tried the Sennheiser earbuds, man. Oh man, and these OnePluses right here, these OnePlus Buds Pro 2, we're talking deep, rich bass, like deep bass inside of the OnePlus Buds, and I don't get it out of the Sonys. I would love to get deeper bass in there. The sound quality, the LDAC, everything, it's all working great, but I would love to feel a little bit more bass inside of my ear holes. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the ear tips, because you cannot get that deep, rich bass unless you have a solid ear tip working for you. These are not the factory ear tips. These are the SpinFit CP360 ear tips. These are really comfortable. I had to swap them out. I had to swap out the original Comply foam ear tips with these, because the the Comply foam ear tips, they were just very uncomfortable, and I don't like that icky feeling that they get, you know, when you get a little ear juice on there and they're just nasty. I just didn't like that. And I don't like the fact that Sony only gives you the option to use those foam Comply ear tips. They give you 3 sets. They give you a small, medium, and large. Whereas I do believe that, yeah, that should be something that they give you if they want you to have that type of noise cancellation, because it does aid in noise cancellation. But these silicone ones cannot be that expensive. So if you could just drop a few of these silicone ear tips in the box, that would be great. Now let's talk about spatial audio. The first time I really got to hear spatial audio was with the Soundcore A40s, I believe it was. But then the second time, and the most impressive time I got to hear the spatial audio, was with these OneBuds Pro. What's up with my words today? I can't even do my words today. It's the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. They got spatial audio up in here, and I appreciate it. I really do. So for those of you who are fans of the channel from way back in the day, there's this thing that Sony had called Surround VPT, which is kind of a virtualizer that gave you spatial audio almost. It was like spatial audio before it was spatial audio, and I loved it. They took it away once they came out with the XM4s, and it has never resided in the earbuds. So if you're not going to bring that back to anything, can we get some spatial audio in the Sony WF-1000XM5s? Just throw it in there, man. You got plenty of space, plenty of technology. You know, I know you could do it, Sony. Give us that spatial audio. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is something that a lot of you have complained about, and there's supposed to be an update out there coming to the XM4 to give it these properties. And I'll tell you all about what that property is right after a quick message from our sponsor. Hey man, we gotta stop meeting like this, man. But since you're here, let me tell you how I just upgraded my bike with this new 5-in-1 bike accessory called the Pimp. All right, man, first of all, you gotta go to the Pimp My Bike website. Scroll down a little bit, see their accessories, and you'll see this one. It's called the Pimp because it has everything It'll hold a mobile phone up to 7 inches. It's got a 5-watt Bluetooth speaker that you can also hook up via TF card, or you can use the aux input that it has on board. This thing will also charge your phone up since it's holding it. Might as well, right? It's got a 5,000 milliamp power bank attached to it. You can just plug in and get your power going. It's also got a couple of built-in safety features like this dual LED headlight that you can see up to 50 meters away. It's also got a nice loud electronic horn that blasts from that 5-watt speaker. Now don't be rolling out there in these streets with a basic bike. Go to the Pimp My Bike website and get your bike pimped. Now it's time to get back to our regularly scheduled program. Multi-point, true blue multi-point. That's what the people want. Put it in the XM5, Sony. A lot of us have multiple devices. That's why we need multi-point. I use a phone. As a matter of fact, I think everybody who uses these earbuds are going to connect them to a phone, right? But then, let's say you're working on your tablet or your PC or your laptop. Maybe you want to listen to some audio, like a video or, some music or something on that tablet, PC or whatever, but you still need to be connected to your phone so you catch them phone calls when your boo calls you up. You don't want to be having to go into your phone and switch off Bluetooth and all this kind of stuff. You just want to immediately be connected to your boo thing. You know what I'm saying? So Sony, give us multi-point. Let us seamlessly connect to 2 devices at the same time. Now, although Sony does promise about 8 hours worth of playtime when you shove these things in your ears, and if you add the case to it, you're gonna get about 32 hours worth of playtime. That's really good. But a lot of us are not getting that true to life, especially when we turn that active noise cancellation on. These are noise cancellation earbuds. That's part of the branding. World-class noise cancellation. So that's what we're gonna use them that's how we're gonna use them, right? So give us a solid 8 hours worth of active noise cancellation listening. That would be a great improvement upon on the XM4s that I have in my hand here. Now I've been hanging out with this one earbud this whole time, right? This is the left earbud, okay? So if you actually want to use these earbuds for single bud use, the dominant earbud is gonna be the right earbuds, should you have the Google Assistant turned on. What I don't like is that's my options. I cannot use the left earbud for much of anything at all if I have Google Assistant turned on with the earbuds. So if they could just make an adjustment, I don't know how you do this, to be able to use both earbuds independently in mono, as well as have all, or at least most of the features turned on, right? But the way it's set up now, you got to choose. You either using Google Assistant and then you can only use the right earbud by itself, or if you turn the Google Assistant off, then you can go back and forth and use either earbud, whichever you want. And I don't like to choose, man. I'm one of those tech guys who just says, look, give it all to me. It's 2023. I think we should be able to get all the tech in both ears. And when we talk about all those features that Sony gives us in these earbuds, we're talking about some serious artificial intelligence and algorithms going on in these things. That includes ambient sound, or some people would call it ambient aware, whatever you want to call it. It's where you can actually hear through the earbuds and hear your outside environment. Sony has always been pretty good at that, but I need improvements, okay? Because at the end of the day, they're earbuds. You're still sticking something in your ear, okay? And the way these do it, I love it. It works well, especially when you turn on the AI and it does it for you. Like if you're out in the streets and you're walking, it'll go in the noise cancellation, and then it senses that you've stopped. So it'll open up that ambient sound and you can hear the traffic and stuff like that before you cross the street. That's great. But I would like some improvements to better hear people's voices and, I want to hear more. Sometimes I feel like I'm still underwater, even when the ambient sound is cranked all the way up. I still feel like I would like a little bit more ambient sound. So just a bump in a couple of notches up on the ambient sound would be really good. Now, I'm not sure what company is actually the best at doing this, but call quality is something that's really important to all of us who wear true wireless earbuds. I mean, they're already in our ears. We're taking phone calls and doing things. Sometimes your boo calls and you want to talk and you don't want to keep repeating yourself. Now, I've never really complained about the call quality from the XM4s because I think it's actually pretty good. Right now, you're hearing it because they're shoved in my ears. But hey, since we're here, we're at the drawing board, right? So let's go ahead and improve that call quality because it's never going away. We're always going to be demanding the best, most crystal clear call quality when it comes to a true wireless earbud. Also, ambient sound while you're taking calls to make the call feel more natural. That would be a great improvement to throw up in the XM5s. Yeah, if we can get some ambient sound to where we can kind of fine tune it to pump in as much or as little as we want while we're taking that call, so it can just feel more natural. Because right now I'm talking with these things in my ears, and it still feels like I'm underwater because I got things shoved in my ears. So hearing some ambient sound would really help things out. Being that I just had them shoved in my ears, I can feel their size. These are not the largest earbuds on the market, but they are not the smallest earbuds on the market. In fact, I really like the size of the LinkBuds S. That is like the perfect size for an earbud that's capable of doing all the things the LinkBuds S are capable of doing. They almost replaced the XM4s as far as like being the best earbud that Sony makes. It's just a tier below. So if you could shrink these things down, like the whole body of it, that way it doesn't press up against your cartilage or stretch your ear holes out. I mean, I like the way it protrudes into your ear canal to get that good seal, but the body of it is just a couple of millimeters too thick for me, or too wide, too much girth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you could just shrink it down just a couple of millimeters. Now, this is a vast improvement from the XM3s. Those things were humongous, and that is the reason why I never bought them in the first place. But this right here, you're almost there, Sony, but you did it in the LinkBuds S. So if we can get something like right between this and the LinkBuds S, or LinkBuds S size, that would be perfect. And last but not least, this little thing right here, the case. Yes, it is cute. It is pretty. It has wireless charging. It is very stylish looking. But I do like the accents that the XM3 had on it. It had like a rubbed bronze top and stuff like that. They put a lot of work into that case, man. And it felt sturdy. It really felt like money. You know, when you spend almost $300 on a set of earbuds, yeah, the earbuds need to sound good, they need to function properly, but when you put them in that case and it feels rickety and cheap. Seriously, man, look at this. Can you hear that? It's kind of just rickety. It's very, it's a flimsy plastic. Now I know they're using like recycled plastic in their stuff these days, but we gotta do better with the quality feel of these things. I like that it's coated with the soft touch and all. I mean, you're doing a good job here. It's just that you just barely missed it with the quality feel of this thing. So if we get a better feel, a better quality feeling case to make us feel like, yeah, we got something premium in here, because the earbuds are premium. I just want the case to match that premium feel. So the size of the case, it's good enough. It's pocketable. It's pocketable without disturbing anything or making you look like you're a little excited. So don't make this thing any bigger. Please don't make it any bigger, because I've had some big earbud cases. But if you want to, you can shrink it, and I wouldn't be mad at you, Sony. But I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff. But what I do know is the Sony WF-1000XM4 is a great premium earbud. I just told you that, man. I use it as my daily driver all the time. But what I would like to see is the WF-1000XM5s improved on a couple of things, because while these are so good, they do lack in a couple of areas, or I would like to see some things improved, man. We're always pushing forward to the next level, right? So I thought I'd just throw my critique out there, my input. So you guys, if you've been watching this video, now that I brought it up, what would you like to see improved in the WF-1000XM5s? When they come out, what would you like to see done better than what we have in the XM4s? Let's see it in the comments. And while y'all in there typing and arguing in the comments section, keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you. Hey, Wilson, hold up, man, hold on. Check this cat out, man. He just sat through this whole video from beginning to end. He didn't hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, man. He didn't even hit the little like button that they got on the little thing down there. Yeah, that little thing right there. These guys are something else, man. Let's go to lunch.